Hello, my little goblins. We're here with another little spicy one. A little spicy one coming at you from Master Duel Meta. So, you know what we like to do. We take some decks on Master Duel Meta that they say, hey, we hit diamond with this deck. And then, if it's a strange looking deck, I like to test it out to see, is that actually true? Did you hit really diamond with it? So, this is what we're looking at. We got For Hire Sky Strikers. Kind of a weird deck, right? It's pretty much the only Sky Striker package. You're running Engage, you're running Hornet, and we run Widow. So, and we're running Kagori and Hayate. So those are the big Sky Striker cards there. We're also running 3 Lightning Storm. This deck, honestly, like if you're looking at it, it looks like a mess. It's 3 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpies. We're playing 3 Reasonings with double or nothing, so you're going for the OTK combo too. But we're also playing Pot of Desires with Reasonings, which can discard the combo. So there's a lot of questionable things in this. So kind of raise the question: is this deck actually good? Is it actually decent? I don't know. We're also running the Wind Charmer, the Earth Charmer, and the Dark Charmer. Wind Charmer is actually not bad if you're playing against Barrier. Wind Barrier is very popular right now, so stealing that and then being able to get rid of it by going into Link, it's probably pretty good. But yeah, deck has some powerful things, but from the description of the deck, you want to use all your spells first, and then you, after you break your opponent's board using the spells, you go into the For Hires and finish him off. Alright, so let's get into the games and we can see if this deck actually performs. Hello, we're here for game number 1 and we are playing against MWN. Wonder what that stands for. And they're playing, what is it? Not Pendulums. I guess it is Pendulums, but it's Endymion. That's what I meant to say. So he has 1 Endymion in hand. This Maxi should be pretty good. I can tell my opponent is of the rat variety. I do like Endymion though. I just feel like a lot of people mess up on the part of I feel like they should be going into Electromite before they do this. I don't know, I feel like it's just a waste. But I mean, to each his own, I guess. We're gonna activate the maneuver. Endymion's gonna activate their effect. Pretty much the only reason we're doing this is because we are going to Lightning Storm the board, and Endymion's gonna be bouncing the Servant anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that gets negated, but now we can Lightning Storm everything else. And boom, there's another Jackal, so get rid of both those Jackals. And now we can abuse Mobilize. Pretty sweet if you ask me. So now we can use Immobilize, and since we have 3 spells in the graveyard, I wonder. Yeah, they had no monsters in the graveyard, so this Call by the Grave is actually doing nothing. So we're gonna activate Reasoning, and we get extremely unlucky. Reasoning, he hits immediately, and it's a Maxi. So, it is what it is sometimes. But in this board state where we can't actually just kill our opponent outright, I think it's best to just limit them from as many resources as possible, and then finish off the only thing that's annoying is killing the Servant of Endymion is going to allow him to draw a Spell Power Mastery. So that is really annoying because now he could actually come back and win this whole thing. Especially when he top decks Mythical Beast Cerberus, which is a really good top deck. He gets the last Jackal out of the deck. And then Jackal is going to summon the Cerberus. And I'm pretty much forced to Widow Anchor the Cerberus here. I could have waited on Cerberus' activation, but it really does nothing for me to wait on that. Yeah, I mean, so we just take it. And then he's going to use the ability of Endymion to special summon another Cerberus. And since he has that Endymion in hand, he's going to be able to use it as a spell. But we have Imperm, so I feel pretty good about this. So Imperm. The thing is, now he can Electromite and he can get he can go into a lot of shit here, which is actually really annoying. So the Electromite is gonna pop. He gets the Astrograph. Astrograph special summons. But this is a telltale sign that he only has one Endymion, and like it's either it must be banished or he's only running 2, because now like when he does this, it should add another Endymion to his hand, but since it doesn't work. And then he plays Mystical Institution in this zone, which actually doesn't really do much because he didn't really have much follow up with it anyway. Now this is a big fuck up. I should have popped Mythical Institution right here. Like, because now he's able to protect Mythical Institution with its own effect. And since I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player and I don't read cards because I'm mentally deranged, yeah, we can't really do anything. The good thing is we have this Imperm that we can cock block this section here. Like, he was most likely circling for Jackal. It's like a level 1 they have, and that could have went into something else. But honestly, he really has no good plays here. He goes into dark, but we have no darks in our graveyard, so he has no other plays. GG. Pretty good match, though. Pretty good game. Hello, we're here for game number 2, and we are playing against Sky Striker. What's the chances he's playing? Nope, he's playing Stun. Alrighty. Well, considering his... I don't mind Stun when their board is this horrendous. I will say, granted, if we did not have a way of dealing with that, that would have been really annoying. But our whole hand actually deals with it, so we're goofy. So I'm gonna go into Hayate, and then I'm gonna activate Reasoning. And then, dude, I swear to God, fucking Reasoning is like... they might as well say Reasoning. The effect of Reasoning summons Max C. Like, I play Reasoning, summon Max C from your deck. I purposely... I didn't even line up these games for it to show it like that. This is just like me showing random games from the list. It just happens to be that, you know? Kind of funny when you think about it. We go into... we use Mobilize, and we end up getting a fucking another Widow Anchor here, which kind of aids. And we also resurrected Fossil Dyna for some fucking reason. It's probably not a good idea. And our opponent's playing Mage Power. I wanna preface this before anyone says what the hell. This is Diamond 3. Like, this isn't even like low elo. You know what I mean? Like, this is like people competing for Diamond 1. Like, they're trying to climb to Diamond 1. And this guy's using Mage Power. It just shows how dumb, stupid Stunlock decks are. Because this guy's probably cleaning up house against a lot of people. Look at this. Dyna. I'm about to take 5k damage to the face. Oh. Our hand is perfect, though. So we Lightning Storm, and he has to flip Solemn Judgment. Because, you know, he's a cuck. Playing a cuck deck. So, with our opponent doing cuck-like stuff, now we can be a cuck as well. Use double Widow Anchor to grab his entire board. It's mine now. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. Summon. We have a lot of damage on board. 5k. We had 7,400 damage on board. Thank you. Thank you for the monster. Much appreciated. Alrighty, we're here for game number 3, and our opponent Ham is going to be doing some Ham moves. That's definitely a Ham move. Brain Fusion is one of the most Hamily of moves. He goes into Lebellion. Lebellion's going to discard. Tragedy's going to activate, and we're imperming that Lebellion. Yeah, if our opponent has a Branded in red, it's kind of a blowout. Because they don't really lose anything here, but they don't, so... He adds a Brandon Red in hand. That that yawn is intense here. So Lightning Storm is, I'm using it on his back row. You know what this does? This forces our opponent to activate Brain in Red and do a play that they might not want to do. You know what I mean? Like, he can't go into Guardian Chimera doing this, and he could go into Mirror Jade, but yeah, we don't really care, right? He goes into Masquerade. He's like, oh, I'm gonna burn you. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. The hell? And he plays Maxi. Oh! Sometimes we have to take the Maxi challenge. You know? So, you could... I'm gonna point out, I was expecting... I don't know why. I should have just played Imperm here. Because it really doesn't matter. But I should have just played Imperm just to play Imperm. I was actually thinking in the future of like, oh, I might need a discard outlet if I have to go, like if I go to Nightmare. But I could just discard the Pot of Desires. It is just, honestly, I should have just done it. It was just dumb. It was dumb on my part. I was thinking, oh, what about next turn? Next turn he's gonna draw 700 cards, so I don't think we should worry about next turn. So we're gonna go into Asa. Asa's gonna be able to take his Maxi, which is nice for link climbing purposes. And then we're gonna go summon Raphael. Raphael's gonna let us. We're burning actually pretty quick here. Now that I'm looking at it. Kind of melting here. We flip over one. It's a Call by the Grave, which actually doesn't really do that much. But we go into the Nightmare Unicorn. So this is actually really important. You want a Nightmare Unicorn Masquerade. So the reason why you want a Nightmare the Masquerade is because Masquerade can come back from the graveyard if you have a extra deck monster here, right? Secondly, Raphael should be negating the Artifact Lancia. Like, doesn't really matter too much, but if our opponent had, you're gonna see, if our opponent had double Effect Veiler here, we actually lose the game, but we lose the game anyway if they have double Effect Veiler. Yeah, if our opponent had double Effect Veiler, we just lose anyway. So it really doesn't matter. So Raphael's effect activates. It negates the Effect Veiler. I just want to throw out, he only has one Effect Veiler in the deck, and he ended up drawing it. He probably runs it because he runs Cross out. So now we play Access Code Talker. Access Code's going to pop that Libellion, and he concedes. One shot, baby. Maxi challenge. Hello, my little goblins. It's game number 4, and our hand is looking moderately juicy. We have like 0 interaction with our opponent, though, besides the Imperm. So I guess we have 1 interaction. It's not 0. It's actually infinitely more than 0. And, you know, I feel like Airspace will hit Ray 100% of the time. So... we're going to Imperm the Shizuku, so Shizuku can't search. Because most likely, if he had Engage, he probably would have used Engage. So, we're going to activate our first Reasoning. By the way, Reasoning's kind of busted. It doesn't have, it's not a once per turn effect, which I actually think is super broken. Like, I feel like it's a very powerful card. We're going to Call by the Grave of the Max Siege, just in case. I would say Sky Striker decks are known to have a lot of hand traps, so having them draw a card every time we special summon is probably not the best. And then we got a Philo. I never get to get any good discards here. And then Triple Tactics Talent. It's gonna allow us to draw 2. Look how much cards we're digging in, dude. We're just digging in here. Huh. So we're going to Link Karibo here. Mainly because we want to special summon, we're going to summon Philo here. Honestly, we didn't really need to pick up Philo now that I'm thinking about it. Huh. I feel like we're going to play this a little differently. No, actually, I think what we're doing is fine. Yeah, so I went into Dark because I knew he had Effect Veiler, and this forces Effect Veiler out of his hand. Because I was about to take his Ray. And it'd be easy OTKO from here. And then we're gonna resurrect Old Man. Old Man Willis. He gets resurrected in defense, so don't worry about the trigger here. We're gonna go into Nightmare Unicorn. Nightmare Unicorn's actually gonna get rid of this airspace. And then finally, we go into Axis Code Talker. And then he effect failures my Axis Code, which is kind of annoying. He special summons. He's gonna go into Kainu. Kainu is gonna make this not attack. Then we attack. But you see, like, our opponent stopped us from OTKOing them, but they had to burn both effect failures and Max C. And we actually still have very good follow-up for next turn. And he just concedes. There's an argument here, though. There's definitely an argument here. We could have gone into Fulgo, because Fulgo would have searched for... Maybe that was a good play, too. We could have went to Fulgo. Fulgo would have searched... No, because we wouldn't have any cards in our hands for the negate. Yeah, this was fine. Doing what we did was fine. But I like the fact that Fulgo, when you destroy a card, you get to draw. Alright, we're here for game number 5 against BT Muga. Moga. He gets airspace with the Terraform. Upstart Goblin. I swear, dude. They always have everything. Wow, actually, top deck's engage. Nope, it's not engage. Okay, I don't feel that bad anymore. He's gonna hit engage off the top. No, it hits Hornet Drones, which is pretty fucking good, too. That's a pretty good one. But actually, it really doesn't matter, because airspace is just gonna summon Ray anyway, right? This is a really fucking weird play by him, I think. Alright, we stopped the Shizuku, because Shizuku's clearly gonna get engage. And engage is very strong right now for him. He has so many spells in the graveyard. But the big problem with his board, though, he has no follow-up. So, like, he'll have mobilized, he probably has some hand traps. But we have triple tactics talent, so I feel like we can take advantage of him pretty easily. So let's play Pot of Greed. He activates Ash Blossom. This is dude, this is so devastating. This is why triple tactic talent is insane. So now we're gonna be able to call by the grave the Ash Blossom and draw 4 essentially. Which is like massive. Honestly, if I was him, I'd probably concede right here. And we draw 2 beats. That's not good. Then we draw 2 more cards. Boom. And draw that engage. Engage is massive. Another card. Dude, look how nuts this is. Ugh. Look how disgusting this is. Oh! Oh my gosh. And then the effect failure gets hit by another call by the grave that I top decked. Because I drew 30 cards this turn. I still have 5 cards in my hand. Oh my gosh, someone call the police. Call the police, this man's being brutalized. Now we got Hornet Drones in Philo. Activate Hornet Drones. Oh no. He's probably so confused. He's like, wait, they're playing Fur Hire? What's happening? Why are they playing Fur Hire? Why is this fucking furry coming out? What is happening? Why is the furry coming out? What is going on? What is Raphael? What are these cards? Oh no. Oh no, what's going on? Am I dying to this? Am I dying to furries right now? His persona is too powerful. Yeah, that shit happened. That was dude, in my opinion, that was a crazy game. That was a crazy game. Welcome to the final game. We're playing against Cyanide Runner, who, I wanted to do this just because, he came to the chat and I thought he was a pretty cool guy. He's playing this Mystic Mine deck. Yes, you heard it. Mystic Mine. So, it's pretty AIDS, where he plays Fire, Prison, and then sets 4. Our hand, I'm going to be honest, our deck is actually very good at playing against back row decks because we've run a lot of board wipes. Especially when they're running things like Dark Bribe. So he Dark Bribes, I get to draw, and I have a chance of drawing another board wipe. So, and then on top of that, we're also running Donpa. It is kind of cringe that he's playing Skill Drain though, gonna say that. But I understand why you run it. We don't really have much of a play. If you guys are wondering why I didn't attack, because Fire Prison makes it so I can't attack besides with Link Monsters. So not really much I could do there. But now we're able to go into Almirage. We can play our Hornet. And then go into Dark. He uses Solemn Judgment here. Which, honestly, we just have to wait it out. That's kind of what we gotta do. We just have to wait it out at this point. Top decked another Lightning Storm. He has another Dark Bribe. Kind of cringe. Remember, we're kind of still at an advantage here. And now our Engage is online. We're going to be able to draw 2 cards from this. And we draw another Engage. So, dude, we're just getting so much value here. And we got the Heart Beast. We got the Heart Beast, guys. And our opponent concedes. Dude, this deck draws so many cards. This is the thing I love about it. Alright, let's get to the recap, though. Welcome to the recap! We're here, and we're going to talk about how did this deck perform, because that's what you guys are here for. First things I want to say is thank you for watching the video. Much appreciated. Subscribe and join our Discord. It would mean the world to me, and we also do a lot of cool stuff. And guess what? I'm very consistent with making videos. So, subscribe just for that. I mean, really, if anything. But let's talk about how the deck performed, right? So, we got a lot going on in this deck, right? We've seen some pretty sick combos, but really, how did this perform on ladder? So, we started off Diamond 3, 5 games, right? And we actually climbed to Diamond 3, almost to Diamond 2. But then we climbed all the way back down and actually deranked. So this deck had like it was definitely not a 50-50 win rate. It was a 50-50 for a long time though, and then it went down to like a 40, probably like a 35% win rate. That being said, I think the reason why that was the case is I just feel like there's so much going on in the deck, and I feel like it's kind of hard to like. It's weird because Reasoning's a really good card, but if you're an unlucky person like me, I just kept getting fucking Max C off Reasoning. Dude, it was very rare. When I didn't hit Max C off Reasoning, it felt really good. Or if I used Reasoning, it discarded like a few spells, and now my Engage was able to be really impactful. It felt really good. But the times I was not able to do that, it felt really bad, right? So, I don't know. I feel like the deck is definitely like, you could get Diamond with this deck 100%. Because like I said, I was putting the hurt skis on a lot of people in mid-Diamond, which is probably the most competitive you can get, because people are trying to climb the Diamond. They're playing try-hard shit. So, I actually think this deck can definitely hit Diamond with it, because we had some good win streaks with it. But can it hit Diamond 1? It's going to be a pretty big uphill battle. There's too many, like, a lot of the times you're playing against yourself when you play a deck like this. Like think about this. Like, I'm playing Fur Hires, which honestly have good abilities. Like, the abilities are pretty strong, right? But I'm also playing Sky Strikers, right? Again, the Sky Striker package can fit in a lot of decks. Very good, right? But you're also trying to OTK your opponent, and you have an option of doing it with Utopia, but it's a very unreliable option that takes up 2 extra deck spaces, and it takes one main deck space. And that main deck space is kind of useless when half the time you're discarding it from Reasoning or Pot of Desires. Like, literally, not even half the time. I'm saying like 80% of the games I played, dude, out of all the games I played, I only did the Utopia one-shot once. All the games, one time. I don't know. If that doesn't scream inconsistent to me, I don't know what is. Folgo's a really fun card to use. If you guys don't know how this card works, if you control 3 or more Fur Hires, when you destroy a card that your opponent has, any card that they have, so you can destroy it with, let's say, technically you could destroy it with Dampa's effect or something, or even Recon's effect. You get to draw 3 cards. And if you destroy just one card, if you destroy a card and you only have like 2 or less, you get to draw 1 card. So either way, I think it's actually a really strong ability too. It's a strong boss monster. Especially drawing 3 cards is absurd, right? You already see how much this deck draws. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, I just feel like there's too many like awkward cards in here with Reasoning and Pot of Desires. And a lot of the times I've noticed too is when I Reasoning, not when I Reason, when I use Pot of Desires, I'll end up banishing like, I'll banish, I don't know, like both my Widow Anchors, or I'll banish like the Hornet Drone, so I can't actually do that, or I'll banish like I'll banish like these 3, so only like 1 engage is active and the next engage is a dead draw. So like there's a lot of awkward draws in this. But yeah, the deck still performed pretty good. Performed better than I expected. And what I will say about that is, if you guys want to play a wacky deck that will throw your opponent off, because I can tell you right now, there's so many opponents that are just like, wait, what the fuck? He's playing Fur Hires after I did my Sky Striker stuff. If you want to play a deck like that, I definitely recommend to give it a try. If you have the cards already, it's a lot of fun. And if you have the Sky Striker cards, the deck only really requires 2 Ultra Rares from Fur Hire, so it's really not that expensive. You got Raphael and Fulgo, and everything else is like staples you should have in the deck anyway, assuming you played Sky Strikers before. But the deck's still pretty fun. Out of a scaling of 1 to 10, we're gonna give this deck a solid 7.5. I think a 7.5 is probably my most common one, or maybe even a 7. It's inconsistent a lot. I'm gonna say it's a 7. And on the tier scale, it's definitely like a meme tier. This is definitely a meme tier deck. But like I said, it's fun, and you're playing a game. I think that should matter for something. You're playing a video game. Shouldn't you want to have fun with it? So that's my two cents. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, give me a like if you liked this video. Comment down below saying you love me and you wish to have my children. Other than that, see you guys in the next one.